gonna be a very quick one though, because something that happened recently just like inspired me to quickly do this. So, how do I start this? Okay, so basically, not too long ago, I was spending some time with my loved ones, and then I noticed that they were watching the news, and this isn't something that is of small occurrence in my house. This is definitely something of a regular occurrence. They watch the news day in, day out, and even when they're not watching it, they will have it on in the background of whatever if they're because a lot of people are working from home now. So yeah, so if it's not a TV show that they're watching or a film that they're watching, then they'll have the news on in the background, and it makes me uncomfortable, but it's something that I know I can't do anything about because I've tried and it's their choice. So it comes to you have to basically come to a point, yeah, where you can say something to somebody and you're not overwhelmed by the outcome of their response. Um, because there was a time when I heard it being played, and it's like the news always has something for the masses to feel some way about, to feel confused, to feel frustrated, to feel panicked, to feel fearful. It's always something that causes some kind of outrage. And now, you're on your forum, your public forum, or your neighborhood watch forum going, "La, la, 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 this happened here, and I don't like the government." Because literally, you have no other way to. I say you have no other way, but a lot of these people they have no clue on how they're being affected, and they just think, "Oh well, this is life, this is life." But you have to understand that the news has its own programming, the same way you have your own programming, and if one doesn't go like coincide with the other, then what on earth are you doing with it there? Like, get rid. You don't need to be watching that shit. And if you choose to watch that shit, never forget who you are and what your values are and how you felt before you even started watching it. Pay attention to your feelings and how certain programs make your feelings change. Like, I like to say that I'm not going to be the kind of person that watches horror films, although I was years ago. But now I'm a lot more sensitive to certain things. So I know that if I go out of my way to watch a horror film, and it really like maybe freaks me out, I might have dreams about it, or it's not going to be good for me, because then I'll have to go through a whole situation where I'm like, cleansing myself and doing all this extra shit basically out of my routine and out of my rituals anyway. So yeah, but yeah, back to the news. when I was when I saw my loved ones watching it, and I said what I had to say about the energy and everything like that. Because what the news does, if people haven't noticed, is that they will say something so dumb that you almost think even a secondary school child would know that this is ridiculous to even do or say. Especially in this 2020, since this COVID shit's been out, yeah, the news has been putting up some dumb shit, some very, very dumb shit, and everyone who is not aware is just lapping it up and is like finding something to complain about, finding something to moan about, finding something to be frustrated about. Because when you people sit there and watch the news all day, what do you expect? What do you expect to happen to you? You're not giving room for your own creativity to immerse. You're not giving room for your own inspiring inspirations to work on or to evolve, or do you know what I mean? You're not giving time to yourself. All you're doing is watching the news. Maybe you're at work, maybe you're in the middle of, I don't know, feeding your kids or whatever. And then you're just angry at everyone. You're annoyed at everyone because you're annoyed at the world, because you're learning about the world from a dumbass news channel who is just there to perpetuate feelings of fear, frustration, annoyance, confusion, all that shit. Do you know what I mean? So and then you go and take it out on your kids or your husband or your wife or your, do you know, like, it's just like, check yourself. Do you know what I mean? Just check yourself. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I don't even know what I'm gonna name this video, but for the most part, the message is clear. Huh? The message is clear.